Hello everyone, today we will be discussing about quantization process. What is quantizing? We have seen previously that quantizing is a sampling process, a process which gives rise to a train of samples. The amplitude of the sample depends on the instant of sampling. If the message signal x of t ranges from plus a to minus a, there will be infinite levels x of nts between this range. To convert these samples to bit stream, we need to limit the number of levels of sampled signal. Amplitude range from minus a to a is divided into finite number of levels. The sampled amplitude is then approximated to the nearest possible level. This process is called as quantizing process. If you see in this figure, we have a continuous time signal x of t. We have a quantized signal x suffix q of t. The continuous time signal, due to its minimum value and the maximum value, we can decide the voltage level VL and VH. We divide this range into equal number of levels. In this case, we have taken Q0 to Q7 as the decision levels or as the quantization levels. These are also called as decision levels or thresholds. So we have divided the entire signal into 8 equal levels. So the number of bits that are required per sample will be equal to 2 raised to n. So 8 is equal to 2 raised to n gives us the value of n as 3 bits per sample. So if you see in the diagram, we have something called as a threshold level, which is represented as small q suffix 0. Or in some books it is also written as M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. In some books it is represented as Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on. Now, if your continuous time signal amplitude is greater than the threshold value, then accordingly it is assigned an amplitude. The spacing between two levels is defined as S or small delta. It is nothing but the step size. So the step size is obtained as S is equal to delta is equal to VH minus VL upon Q. Just now we have seen that VH and VL are the peak to peak swing of the continuous time signal. That is the maximum voltage and the minimum voltage that your continuous time signal can take. And depending on this, the range is divided into q equal intervals of size S or delta, which is called as the step size. Hence, the step size is calculated as VH minus VL upon Q. Now we will see the transfer characteristics of a quantizer or the quantizer curve. The diagram that you are seeing right now is called as the mid-rise type. We call it as a mid-rise type because if you observe, the x-axis is the input, the y-axis is the output. The x-axis is your signal x of nts, that is the sampled signal, and your y-axis is the quantized signal. So when the input is 0 at that time, we are getting the output to be as delta by 2 and minus delta by 2. This is called as the quantization error. When there is no input, it is expected there should be no output. But when there is no input, over here we are seeing that we are getting the output as delta by 2 and minus delta by 2. So the quantization error over here is delta. And since it is in the form of a rise with a step size of delta by 2, it is called as mid-rise characteristics. So this is the maximum quantization error in case of mid-rise type of transfer characteristics of quantizer. Now we come to the other type of characteristics, which is called as the mid-thread. If you see the first diagram over here now in this slide, you will see that when the input is 0, the output is also 0. So this is called as mid-thread type of quantization characteristics. Now if we compare these two characteristics, there is no input to the quantizer, that time your output is 0 in case of mid-thread. In case of mid-rise, when there is no input, that time we have an output. So the quantization error is plus or minus delta by 2. It is observed that the average noise power during 0 input condition is also 0. Therefore, we always consider mid-rise better in performance. In case of mid-thread, that is the first figure, the number of quantization levels is even, whereas in the second case, the number of quantization levels is odd. So quantization error is therefore defined as the difference between the input and output of a quantizer, as we have seen in the case of mid-rise quantizer. So it is delta by 2 minus 0, which comes out to be as delta by 2. So therefore, depending on this or from this equation, we can draw the model of quantizing noise. The input is a sampled signal. When there is no input, there is a quantization error present, and the output of it is nothing but the quantized signal. So the maximum quantization error in that case will be plus or minus delta by 2, or you can also write it as modulus of delta by 2. So if there is quantization noise, then what is the effect on the waveform? So if you see over here, we have two figures. One is your input wave and the second is your quantized wave. So the difference between the input wave and the quantized wave has been shown in the figure below. If you see, as your step size is increasing, your quantization error increases. So this is the amount of error or difference that is seen between your input wave and the quantized output. So today we have studied quantization, types of quantization and quantization error. That's all for now. Thank you.